Soft morning light seeps through my window as I awaken to the gentle whisper of a new day. I feel a quiet, inviting calm that calls me to leave behind the frantic rhythms of yesterday. The subtle glow and the cool, crisp air carry a promise of possibility, a promise that today, perhaps, can be lived in full, unburdened by the haste of modern life. With deliberate steps, I rise and step out into a world that is slowly stirring awake, each moment unfolding as if measured and kind. In the quiet of this early hour, nature itself offers a silent sermon. Every dewdrop and fluttering leaf reminds me of the beauty in pausing to simply be. Wandering along a sun-dappled path bordered by flowering shrubs and tall whispering trees, I feel connected to the earth beneath me. Each step feels purposeful rather than hurried. The rustling leaves and distant bird songs seem to orchestrate a symphony dedicated to the simple art of living. In these moments, time appears to stretch, inviting me to savor a single heartbeat or the gentle caress of the wind. I am reminded that slow living is not an act of laziness, but a deliberate choice to cherish presence over productivity. It calls me to embrace mindfulness, the art of noticing the beauty in both the mundane and the magnificent. I reflect on how life, when experienced slowly, reveals nuances that remain hidden in the daily scramble. The interplay of light and shade on the pavement, the delicate scent of blooming flowers, and the soft murmur of a nearby brook weave together to form a tapestry of lived experience. Venturing into this calm space, I find that the accumulation of small, quiet joys creates a foundation built on reflection and mindful living. Every observed detail serves as a gentle reminder that life's true treasures are found in moments of sincere presence, not in the clamor of constant distraction. Today's journey into slow living unfolds as both an exploration and a subtle rebellion against the rush of our modern routines. Every breath taken, every step immersed in this unhurried pace, forms part of a larger narrative that celebrates life's inherent beauty. I embrace this calm rhythm as it teaches me that true living is found not in chasing endless tasks, but in celebrating each moment. Slow living is an intentional journey towards valuing depth over speed, where each moment is nurtured with care rather than rushed through in passing. In my reflective moments, I come to understand that slow living is not about diminishing ambition or evading responsibilities. It is about selecting what deserves my attention and energy. I find wisdom in traditions that honor the natural pace of life, where mindfulness forms the bridge between thought and action. As I sit beneath a sprawling oak tree and let the gentle breeze lift my worries, I absorb the simple truth. Life is meant to be experienced fully, one deliberate moment at a time. I notice that in our fast-moving world, the pressure to do more and be more often leaves us disconnected from the beauty encircling us. By embracing slow living, I start by observing these hidden moments, watching a leaf drift slowly to the ground, noticing the sincere smile of a passerby, and feeling gratitude for every breath taken. This practice nurtures a sense of clarity that transforms ordinary days into sequences of memorable experiences. I learn to appreciate the universe unfolding in its own time without forcing it to conform to manufactured schedules. In embracing this philosophy, I come to realize that slow living invites a mindful realignment with my inner values. Rather than measuring success by the volume of tasks completed, I begin to measure it by the quality of moments shared with loved ones, the inner peace maintained during quiet reflections, and the gentle pursuit of passions that feed my soul. This approach uncovers a new definition of progress, one that defies conventional metrics and instead honors the authenticity of lived experience. It is as if the distractions of the modern world fade into a soft background hum, leaving me with an attentive presence that shines a light on what truly matters in the tapestry of existence. In this reflection, I remind myself daily to choose genuine moments over haste with gratitude. Modern life often feels like a relentless race where every minute is accounted for and every moment demands swift action. In the bustling streets of our cities, I witness constant streams of hurried faces, each absorbed in their digital worlds, as if time itself were a currency to be spent as quickly as possible. The continuous ping of notifications and the unending hum of activity create an environment where silence becomes a rare luxury. In the midst of this chaos, I find myself recalling moments when quiet introspection was abundant, and life seemed richer in its simplicity. As I walk through the busy avenues and intersect with the pulsating rhythm of urban life, I observe how the constant rush leaves little space for genuine reflection. The frantic pace forces people to move on autopilot, often overlooking the subtle beauty that surrounds them. A laugh shared during a brief pause, the tender smile of a stranger, or the serene flow of a river meandering through the city's edge. This relentless speed, while driving efficiency, tends to erode the very essence of meaningful interaction, leaving behind a trail of missed connections and fleeting impressions. I remember days when I had more time to pause and listen, when the rush of obligations had not yet monopolized every thought. In those moments, the world revealed its intricacies, the soft murmur of nature, the delicate interplay of shadows and light, and the unspoken stories hidden in ordinary encounters. The frenetic pace of modern existence strips away the layers of life's quiet charm, replacing it with a superficial sense of accomplishment that often fails to satisfy the deeper yearnings of the soul. Experiencing such contrasts compels me to question whether the hurried race is truly worth the cost. The stress and anxiety that accompany a fast-paced lifestyle gradually accumulate, undermining mental clarity and emotional well-being. In recognizing these impacts, I am drawn to imagine a life where pauses are embraced, allowing for moments of rest and rejuvenation amidst the noise. It becomes increasingly clear that the quest for speed, though seemingly productive, may lead to a profound loss of connection, to oneself, to others, and to the broader world we share. This realization fuels my determination to seek balance, urging me to rediscover a path where efficiency gracefully yields to a life that values presence and meaningful engagement. I now commit to a lifestyle that honors moments of pause, cherishing each experience as a gift, and transforming the hurried into the profoundly serene. Every heartbeat gently reminds me to slow down. In the midst of a whirlwind world, I have learned that true success is not measured by the quantity of achievements or the accumulation of wealth, but by the depth of fulfillment and the warmth of genuine connections. While society may bombard us with standards that equate progress to constant activity, I have discovered that it is in the quiet, unhurried moments that the true essence of life reveals itself. I find that amidst the countless distractions lies an opportunity to recalibrate my priorities, to discern what holds lasting value. This thought slowly dawned on me one serene afternoon as I strolled along a quiet riverside, watching the water meander gracefully along its course. I recall how, in earlier times, I once chased after every new accomplishment and milestone, believing that each would bring me closer to a defined notion of success. However, as I embraced periods of stillness, I began to notice that the rush did not lead to lasting happiness. Instead, I discovered that shared smiles, deep conversations, and moments of spontaneous connection nourished my inner being far more than any accolade ever could. It became clear that success is not an external race, but an internal journey marked by authenticity, self-compassion, and a mindful commitment to what truly enriches my spirit. This realization has reshaped my understanding of life's priorities. I now seek balance over busyness, authenticity over appearance, and connection over superficial recognition. Each day provides me with an opportunity to re-examine my choices, to ask whether my actions align with what I hold dear, whether it is spending a quiet moment with a close friend, immersing myself in a favorite book, or simply watching the play of shadows and light on a familiar wall. I learn that the simplest experiences indeed often carry the most profound messages. In redefining success, I unearth a reward that transcends the fleeting thrills of constant achievement. As I continue to navigate the delicate interplay between ambition and serenity, I find courage in the realization that my life's true treasures are hidden, not in the relentless pursuit of more, but in the mindful celebration of what I already possess. With every mindful step, I grow more confident in my ability to honor my values and to prioritize a life of meaningful experiences over a life dictated by external measures. Every decision becomes a transformative step toward a truly fulfilling existence. In the gentle embrace of the present moment, I find that life's richest colors and textures are revealed in their purest form. It is as if every plant, Every breeze and every softly spoken sound conspire to remind me of the beauty in simply being. As I sit in a quiet park where the sun filters through the leaves, I focus on the tactile sensations, the warmth of the sun on my skin, the cool whisper of the wind, and the soft rustle of nearby branches moving in a quiet dance. This mindful immersion in my surroundings transforms a simple day into a living painting, where each element plays its part in an ongoing celebration of now. I allow myself to slow down, deliberately setting aside the clutter of thoughts about past regrets or future concerns. Each breath acts as an anchor, pulling me back from the edge of distraction and into an experience of vivid awareness. In this state of presence, I observe not only the external scenery, but also the internal landscape of thoughts, emotions, and sensations, all interwoven into the fabric of the moment. I come to appreciate that the present is not merely a fleeting instant, but rather an expansive field brimming with opportunities to feel deeply and to connect with the essence of life. While seated on a weathered bench, I watch as time seems to momentarily pause. The distant laughter of children, the gentle murmur of a nearby fountain, and the soothing cadence of nature coalesce into a harmonious symphony that speaks directly to my soul. This slow, reflective state enables me to engage fully with the world, savoring simple details that might otherwise be overlooked. It is in these unhurried seconds that I learn to let go of the urgency that often dictates my days, and to embrace a serene acceptance of what is. Gradually, I begin to understand that satisfaction is found not in the pursuit of more, but in the art of appreciating what already exists. The subtle interplay of light and atmosphere, the rhythm of the seasons, and the spontaneous beauty of everyday encounters all serve as gentle reminders to be present. In experiencing each moment with mindful clarity, I discover that life overflows with grace and abundance, waiting patiently for me to recognize its quiet wonders. Every heartbeat and every breath reminds me to immerse myself completely in the now. In my daily life, I have found that simple practices make a profound difference. I start by creating moments of intentional pause, turning off digital distractions and dedicating time solely to introspection. During a gentle morning walk, I make it a habit to observe the world in its quiet detail, whether it's the crisp air filling my lungs or the delightful song of birds greeting the day. These small rituals serve as anchors, drawing me away from the frenzy and into a space where I can simply be. I have also cultivated a love for nurturing environments that invite relaxation and creative thought. Whether it is arranging a cozy corner at home with a favorite book, or tending to a small garden where every bloom is a reminder of nature's steady pace, I find that surrounding myself with beauty supports my journey towards slow living. I set aside regular time for meditation or reflective journaling, practices that gently steer my mind toward clarity and balance. Each step taken in these moments is a testament to the value of mindfulness embedded in everyday routines. Additionally, I embrace the art of savoring meals, choosing to prepare food with care and to enjoy it without distraction. This practice has transformed ordinary routines into cherished rituals, where even the act of eating becomes a meditation. By committing to these practical approaches, I gradually create a life that flows more harmoniously, freeing me to focus on what truly matters and cultivating a sustained sense of satisfaction in every day. Every day, I remind myself that slow living is not a destination, but a journey of continuous, intentional choices that nurture my well-being, encourage mindful presence, and ultimately transform the ordinary into moments of profound joy. Each mindful habit builds a bridge to a more serene life. In this ongoing journey, I have come to cherish the lessons that slow living gently offers. The practice of living fully in the present, of valuing connection over speed, and of finding beauty in the everyday has become a steady beacon guiding me through life's many twists and turns. I realize that by slowing down, I am able to see the world with renewed clarity, appreciating the small miracles that would otherwise be overlooked. In every quiet moment, there is an opportunity to rediscover who I truly am and what matters most in my life. Reflecting on my experiences, I acknowledge that seeking a slower pace does not mean escaping ambition. Rather, it means embracing a more thoughtful, intentional way of engaging with life. It is a deliberate choice to savor the richness of each experience and to transform even routine moments into opportunities for reflection and growth. This perspective shift has allowed me to redefine success on my own terms, focusing on inner contentment rather than external accolades. With a deep sense of gratitude, I embrace the idea that each day is a canvas upon which I can paint moments of calm, introspection, and joy. Whether it is during a quiet morning or a reflective evening, I remind myself that every pause holds the promise of new insight and connection. In choosing slow living, I choose a life filled with purpose, authenticity, and heart, one where each moment is valued as a precious, irreplaceable gift. Every deliberate pause and mindful action reminds me that the journey of life is best experienced when I honor each heartbeat, treasure every shared smile, and remain open to the subtle lessons woven into the fabric of everyday existence. With every mindful step, I wholeheartedly embrace the gift of time and the beauty of now.